morning to Mr. Eric. My name is Lim Xueling and my matrix number is 276817. I would like to introduce about the introduction. According to the World Health Organization, the teenager or youth are in the range of 10 until 24 years age of group. So in this investigation, we have received the data from our lecturer that the data consists youth 15 until 22 years old and take the mathematics course only. The objective of this investigation is to identify the respondent background, to investigate the relationship between the youth self-managed and the mathematics course result, and the last to investigate the relationship between the parents, study time, exam day, health status, romantic, travel time, internet, and mathematics course. Thank you.
Methodology of our study. Our data is a secondary data obtained from our elementary statistics lecturer, Mr. Evans. We have 150 students as our sample who take mathematics course inside the population. We have 11 variables inside this study, and each variable have their own measurement scale. Gender, mother and father's job, extracurricular activities, accessibility of internet at home, and romantic relationship are nominal, while age and health status are ordinal. For the study time and action days are ratio, and for first, second, final grade, and home to school travel time are interval. We have used Microsoft Excel as our statistic tool and using mean, average, mean, standard deviation, and average standard deviation to do our analysis. On the next session, we will have a detailed discussion about the relationship between each variable. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Lo Ziyang and my matrix number is 279650. Today, I want to continue to present about the analysis that related with our assignment topic. So firstly, I want to explain about the comparison between the study time per week and final grade results. So based on the table, we can know that the more the study hour per week, the higher the mean marks for the final grade results. So therefore, the relationship between the study hour per week variables and the final grade result is strongly positive. So we also can conclude that the student that spending their time to study 5 until 10 hours are more study hard to get a better result compared to the other student average D. This is because the highest mean is 11.95 at the study hour per week, which is 5 until 10 hours for the students. Next, for the comparison between the number of exam days and second period grade result for mathematics subjects, we can conclude that the relationship between these variables and second period grade result is positive through the mean and standard deviation that calculated by us. So, which means that the students can getting an excellent result in second period exam with the minimum exam days, which means they only exam a few days only due to seat and emergency reasons only. Moreover, we also use the box plot to do the comparison between these three different grade results for mathematics subjects. So, based on the box plot, we can determine that the average of the number students grade shows that the most of the students that getting the highest grade in the second period, which is 10.99 compared to the first and the final period result.
I'm Ng Woon Yi from Group 6. My metric number is 278203. I'm going to talk about the comparison between internet access at home and first period grade result. By comparing accessibility internet at home and first period grade, we can see that the mean score for the student have internet access at home is 11.0465, while for the student didn't have internet access at home is 9.4048. The standard deviation for the student have internet access at home is 3.7857, while for the student didn't have internet access at home is 2.7928. So, we can conclude that the accessibility of internet at home and the first grade result of student have a strong positive relationship because the higher mean score and standard deviation for the student who have access internet at home compared to the student that can't access the internet at home. Comparison between have a romantic relationship and second period grade result. By comparing romantic relationship variables, we can see that the mean score for the students have a romantic relationship is 10.0455, while for the student that are still single is 11.1752. Then, the standard deviation for the students has a romantic relationship is 4.5665, while for the student that is still single is 3.9572. So, we can conclude that the romantic relationship variable and the second grade results of students have a weak positive relationship because the mean and standard deviation data shows that some students have a good relationship, can motivate each other, but otherwise also will become more worse in result performance. Comparison between health status and final grade results. By comparing different health status of students, we can see that the mean score for the health status of students, which is very poor, fair, good, and excellent for the final test are 12.5, 10.5, 10.2045, 11.5, and 10.8151 respectively. The standard deviation for the health status of students, which is very poor, fair, good, and excellent for the final test are 3.1225, 3.1339, 4.5669, 5.0403, and 4.2502 respectively. Based on the data, we can conclude that the relationship between the health status of student and the final grade result is positive. This is because higher value of standard deviation data represents that most of the students can score well in final grade result with a good health condition.
Before we end, I will make a conclusion about the relationship between each variable inside this study. The relationship between study time per week and final grade results. The study time can directly influence the student's result in the exam, and it shows that the relationship between the study hour per week variable and final grade results is positive. Secondly, the relationship between the number of action days and second period grade results. The relationship between the number of action days variable and second period grade results is positive, as most of the students that can get an excellent result in second period exam are absent a few days only due to any other reasons such as sick or an emergency cases. Next, the comparison between three different grade results. The result of the students in the first grade is less performant as compared to the second period and final period. The performance of the students in the mathematics courses has been improved, where 48% of students who get 6 to 10 marks has decreased to 37% in the second period grade. Relationship between internet access at home and first period grade results. The higher mean score and standard deviation for the students who have access internet at home so that they can obtain more information and gain more new knowledge through internet to improve their results and getting a better grade in their first period exam compared to the students that can access the internet at home. Next, the relationship between having a romantic relationship and second period grade results. Based on our analysis, inconsistent mean and standard deviation data shows that some students that have a good relationship can motivate each other, but otherwise it also will become more worse in result performance. The last relationship between health status and the final grade results of the students. The higher value of the standard deviation data has represented that most of the students are scored well in final grade results with a good health status. The relationship between the health status of students and the final grade results is positive. That's all from us. Thank you.